Let's just start our practice by checking in with ourselves. Take a moment to just breathe into the space, into your body. Embrace this moment fully. Can you create softness in your body? Can you create softness in your mind without trying to hold on to something? Feel the fullness of breath and come back to that sensation as often as you can. Not just right now, not just on your mat, but more important in your daily life. Take 5 more deep breaths here. Stay with your inhale and be aware of your exhale. You can start inviting Ujjayi breathing into that seated meditation. Create that oceanic sound that allows you to stay focused on your breath. And guide the hands together in front of the heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Invite your intention into this morning. What do you need right now? And slowly open your eyes and move into a tabletop position on your mat. Shoulders over wrists. Let's move through some cat-cow movement to just wake up our spine. Round and curl with your exhale. With your inhale, open your chest, look up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, left. Keep moving in your own time. Maybe you want to integrate movements from right to left, or shift your hips back and forward to the side. You want to keep your head hang loose. See what feels good. And find a neutral spine, come into your toes and shift back into downward facing dog. Take a moment to arrive here. Do you need to bend your knees? Or can you already keep them straight? the steadiness and the stability of this pose. Transferring from the pose into your body, into your mind. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Bring the knees down. Shift your chest forward, cup. Exhale, round, shift back into downward facing dog. 2 more times like this. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Plant the knees. Shift your chest forward, head back, arch. Exhale, downward facing dog. One last time. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Bring the knees down. Shoulders wrap together. Heart pulls forward. Exhale. Push back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the outside of your hand into your yogi squat. You can have the hands in front and just wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side. Loosen up the hips. You can come onto the outer edges of the feet, also the inside edges of the feet. And then find your yogi squat that's comfortable for you. Interlace the hands behind the head and just let the weight of the elbows draw the chin to the chest. Stay for 3 more deep breaths here. Inhale, release the head, bring the right arm down, twist the left arm open. Use the weight of the thigh and the arm to rotate your ribcage open. And then switch, left hand down, right arm up. Breathe into the right side body. Exhale, release, hands down, shift your legs into straight, come into a forward fold. Interlace the elbows and just swing from side to side. Same option here. Do you want to keep the legs straight or bent? Make sure the shoulders and neck can just hang loose. And then stop the movement, just hang down towards the floor. Allow the weight of the body to pull you a little deeper with every exhalation. Let go of the head, bend your legs and roll up 1 vertebra at a time. So you can come to standing on top of the mat. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. Start with our sun salutations. Inhale, bring the arms up. Uttasana, exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back into plank. Come all the way down, laying on your mat, hands next to your chest. Inhale, roll up into a cobra. Let's stay here for 3 deep breaths. You don't have to go so high in the beginning. Just try to breathe and find that active shoulder engagement and in the upper back. Exhale, release. Hands push you back towards the heel. And then you find yourself back in downward facing dog. Stay for 3 deep breaths here. How can you find the comfort in this pose? Are your hips the highest point? Maybe play with bending the legs. Can you bring the stretch more into the upper back? Maybe you don't need this. Walk your feet back to the front of the mat, halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Maybe slightly arch back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step back to plank. This time, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stay in your upward facing dog. Just shift the hips a little bit from side to side. Usually feels really good on the front. And then push into the hands to shift yourself back into downward facing dog. Your downward facing dog, bring the right elbow down, lift the left leg and open the hip. And really give weight into the right forearm to feel stable in this pose. You can also make some circles for your hips. And then place the left foot down. Let's switch to the other side. Left elbow down, right leg up, open the hip. You want to make rotations or you want to stay steady in the hip opening. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or jump to the front, halfway left. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bend your legs for Utkatasana chair. Stay in your chair for 2 more breaths. Exhale, guide the arms alongside of your body, nose to the knees. Inhale, lift back up to chair. And exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs, but still keep pushing your nose to the knees. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Bring your left knee down, both arms or both hands outside of your right foot. You kind of frame the right foot. And then just shift forward and backward a couple times, but try to keep the right knee in your midline. Mobilize the hip joint. And stay in your low lunge. Come back up so you can take both of your hands to your right knee. Stay for 2 more breaths here. Keep pulling the shoulders down. Both of the hands inside. Push into the floor so you can lift the right leg up and back. And then move the leg to the outside. I'll show you from the front. So it's in one line with the shoulders. Let's do some cat-cow movements here. Inhale, lift and arch. Exhale, push the floor away. Inhale, lift and arch. And exhale, push. Find a neutral spine. Come all the way up. See that your shoulders in one line with your hips. Bring the right arm up. And place it on the right leg. You can keep the left hand just on your hip, or if you want to go deeper, you can also move it above your head. Open the left side body. Inhale, come back. Place the hands down, and then bring the right knee to the right triceps. And exhale, step it back into plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the chest. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Let's try it on the other side, left leg lifts. Bring it through into your low lunge, frame the left foot. Ground the right knee down, give your body a moment to arrive. And then work between extending and bending the left leg. Feel what happens in your hip joint. Are you trying to avoid going straight? Is your body trying to make curves? Is it crunchy or fluid? Next time you're forward, stay in your low lunge. Lift back up. Take both of your hands to your left knee to sink a little more. Right knee stays on the mat, shoulders relaxed. And then both of your hands on the inside of your left leg. Push into the floor so you can lift the left leg out and place it down in one line with your hip. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Come all the way up on your knee. Just check your alignment here. Place your left hand next to your left ear. Find the length in your left rib cage. Then lean to the left side. Do you want to place the right hand on the hip, or you want to move it overhead? You try to avoid having much weight on the left side. Push your hips forward. Stay in one nice line. Inhale, pulls you back up. Place the hands down underneath the shoulders. Bring the left knee close to the left triceps. Engage the core. And then step it back into your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Shift your gaze to the front. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift out of Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Sit back into your chair, Utkatasana. Arms alongside of your ears. Interlace the hands behind the back and the back of the head. Take the right elbow to the left knee for a twist. Inhale, come up. Exhale, switch to the other side. Inhale, find your chair. Let's go for the side bend. Keep your knees together and just try to lean to the side. Knees stay in the center line. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, find length, interlace the hands behind the back. Open your chest. Lean a little bit more forward. Pull the belly into the spine. As you exhale, fold nose to the knees, straighten your legs. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, release. Halfway lift so you can step back into your plank. Move through your vinyasa in your own time. We'll meet back and downward facing down. Lift your right leg up, 3-legged down dog. Open your hip. Exhale, pull the knee to the left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Bring your arms up alongside of the ears, hug your lower belly in. Find stability here. Lean forward halfway, connect the belly to the thighs, arm in one line with your torso. From here we windle all the way up into Warrior 2. Open to the side, sink deep in your Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the right leg. Exhale, sink into your warrior. One more time, inhale here. And exhale. This time shift your hips back and come into your Skandasana on the right. Left heel lifts. Use the right elbow inside of your right knee. Inhale, push into the leg, straighten both legs. Exhale, Skandasana to the right one more time. This time bring the right arm down. Open into the side, bend left arm over your head. Exhale, both hands on the inside of the right leg. Lean forward with your chest. Feel the strength in your arms as you connect the right knee to the right triceps. Inhale, lift it up and back. And exhale, place it all the way down, three-legged down dog. Other side, lift the left leg up, open the hip, heel to glutes. Exhale, cross it over to the right elbow. Inhale, up and back, three-legged down dog, hips parallel. Exhale, step forward, high lunge. Arms in one line, pull the belly in. Exhale, lean forward, connect the belly to the thighs, arm in one line with your torso. Let's windle it up with our inhale to warrior two. Sink into your warrior. Inhale, arms up, straighten your left leg. Exhale, sink into your warrior. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink. Hands in front of your chest, find your Skandasana on this side. Right toes lift. Inhale, reach up, press up. Exhale, sink into Skandasana one more time. Left arm stays down, right arm opens up. Right hand down. Find your lizard with the right leg lifted. Your chest is staying in that exact position, but you really push into the floor, connect the left knee to the left triceps. Inhale, lift it up and back, three-legged down dog. And exhale, find back to downward facing dog. One deep breath here, maybe exhale out of the mat. Inhale, step or jump forward, back into your Malasana squat. Feet outside of your hands. Hands in front of your heart this time. Take the elbows on the inside of the legs. And then bring the chin to the chest. Do you feel a stretch in the back of the neck? Lean your right ear to the right shoulder. And then look over your right shoulder. Come back to your center. And lean the left ear to the left shoulder. And then slowly rotate your gaze over your left shoulder. Exhale, release. Take both of your hands, palms facing to the back so you can bring your elbows inside. Looks like a little funky chicken, but it's really nice for the serratus muscle in your shoulder. And even relax the head and neck and just breathe into this pose. And release. Take your arms back behind the head. Come a little higher so you're in one line with the hips and knees. And then twist one more time. Left elbow down, right elbow up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switch to the other side. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, feet parallel. Try to bring the right knee to your right elbow. Exhale, release other side, left knee to left elbow. How high can you go? Exhale, release. Bring the hips hip width apart. Right hand stays on your right hip, left arm reaches up. Pull the belly in as you lean to the right side, but find the extension. It's not so much about shifting the hips to the side. You can look towards the ceiling if you feel comfortable in your neck. One more breath here. Then release. Let's switch to the other side. Left hand on your hip, right arm up. Reach up tall first and then slowly go to the right side. Left side. How can you make space? Do you want to look up or keep your gaze neutral? Inhale, come back up. Keep the feet parallel. Take your hands on your rib cage. Try to puff the chest up, drop the head, but pull the elbows close. It's a variation of standing back bend, but focusing on your thoracic spine. 2 more deep breaths. Very nice. Come back up. Keep the legs as they are. Arms lift. Sit into a wide-legged chair. Try to connect the hands, palms facing up. Try to reach your hand behind your ear. Thoracic spine wants to lift and open. Try to stay for 2 deep breaths. And then exhale, find your forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Place your hands underneath the shoulders. Shift your weight onto the left foot and hover your right. See how high you can get the right foot, but keep the level in the hips. Exhale, release. Other side, shift the weight onto the right foot, hover the left, and then see if you can lift the side without compromising the hips. Exhale, release. Place both of your hands underneath the feet. Parastasana. Make sure the toes go all the way to the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, elbows to the side. Do you need to bend your knees or can you keep them straight? Can you work with your belly pulling towards the spine to create more space, to flatten out the spine? Inhale, halfway lift. Take the hands out underneath the feet. Make your way back into your plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. 1 deep breath here. Exhale it out. Lift your right leg up, open your hip. Exhale, twist to the left elbow. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Arms up. Exhale, hands alongside of your body. Lean forward, find your warrior 3. In your warrior 3. To show you from this perspective, try to bring the knee to the left arm, arms out. Inhale, come back, fly back into warrior 3. And step all the way back into your high lunge. Bring your hands in front of your chest, twist over the right side, elongate the spine. Inhale, high lunge and open into warrior 2. Right elbow down, lean forward with your left arm. Inhale, come back up to standing, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Take your right arm over your head. From here all the way to Skandasana. Sink in your right hip, lower. Right hand comes down, left arm lifts up. Place the left hand behind the hip and bring the knee down. Lean forward over your left leg. Inhale, come back to your center line. You can try without the hands to come back to lizard, or you can use the hands to shift yourself back into lizard. From our lizard pose, push into the floor, connect the right knee to the right tricep. See if you want to lower. Maybe you want to lean forward and fly the left leg up. I don't have enough space to do it. And then shift the right leg into straight. And exhale, lower it down, downward facing dog. One deep breath to neutralize this side before we shift to the other one. Inhale, lift the left leg into straight and then open your hip, heels or glutes. Exhale, cross it over to the right elbow. Inhale, lift up and back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward into your high lunge, arms up. Exhale, hands alongside of your chest. Lean forward, lift the right leg into one straight line. Bring the arms out wide like a T and try to bring the right knee to the right triceps. Inhale, shift it back, warrior three. And step all the way back into your high lunge. Hands in front of your chest, twist over to the left side. Keep the right leg nice and straight. Invite the twist into your body. Inhale, come back to your high lunge. Open to warrior two. Exhale, extend that side angle, left elbow onto your knee, right arm overhead. Inhale, warrior two, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle, left arm up and back. Inhale, warrior two, sink deep and squat into Skandasana on the left side. Left arm down, right arm up. Look towards the ceiling if that's possible for you. Release the hand. Right hand to the right outside of the hip so you can ground the knee in one line with your hips, and then you can walk yourself forward over your right leg. Stay for 2 deep breaths here. As you come up, do you want to use the hands? So you want to see how much mobility you have in your hips. Without the hands, your hands are in one line with the shoulders. Hike the left knee into your left triceps. Bend the arms. Lean forward with your chest. Maybe float the right leg. And then shift up and back. Three-legged down dog. Exhale. Find back into downward facing dog. Shift forward. Lower the knees. Walk your hands out. Anahata pose. Relax your shoulders for a moment here. And take your right arm behind your back. Try to come to the inside of the left thigh. Release the right arm straight back forward. Do the same thing on the other side. Left arm behind the back, maybe touching the right inner thigh. Exhale, release. Shift yourself back into a child's pose. Connect the hands behind your head interlaced. And then place the left elbow down in one line with the shoulder. Then rotate the right elbow up as high as you can go. Exhale, release, right elbow down, try to lift the left elbow up. Let's try one more time each side. And then stay on your elbows, connect the hands behind the head. If that's already enough stretch, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can try to touch the hands to the back of the shoulders by rotating the hands from this prayer position into a flat position. And then exhale, release. Shift yourself back onto your belly. In your belly position, we're going to work a little bit on our Shalabhasana movements. You can keep the feet hip width apart, arms lift forward, and then try to go a full circle to connect the hands behind the back. Inhale, you swim forward. And exhale, connect the hands behind the back. You keep a slight lift into your body the whole time, but you try not to restrain the neck. Let's just swim a couple more times to feel the whole rotation in the shoulder. And next time you are back, connect the fists behind the back on your sacrum. Lift your elbows wide, lift your chest a little higher. Let's try to stay for 3 deep breaths here. And you actively lift out of your lower back. And then exhale, release. Raise your head down to either side, doesn't matter so much. Find a moment of stillness. And then lift your torso up one more time and the arms flying alongside of your body, thumbs up. Lift a little higher. Maybe bend the legs. Try to do an imaginary bow without holding on to the feet. And then exhale, release. Bring your head to the other side. Maybe wiggle your hips a little bit. Find your hands underneath the shoulders. Shift back with your hips so you can find yourself back in a downward facing dog. Take your right leg up, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step to the outside of your right hand one more time. Lizard pose. Come onto your fingertips and try to create an arch in your upper back. Make sure the right knee is still in one line with your knee. And then exhale, round and straighten the right leg. Inhale, lean forward, arch your thoracic spine, right knee stays closed. Exhale, push and straighten the right leg. Last one. Bend the leg, hands down. Place the right knee into your triceps one more time. Lower the head as well. And try to just hold it here for a moment. If you want, you can straighten out the leg. And then push yourself back from this position, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing down. exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, lift the left leg up. Exhale, outside of the left hand, lizard pose, but on your fingertips. Keep the length in your chest. Reach forward with your chest. Arch. Exhale, push, straighten the left leg, round your upper spine. Inhale, release, look forward. Exhale, straighten and push. Last one. And then sink in your lizard. Place your hands flat down. Left knee to the left elbow. Bend your arm so your right hip is on the right elbow. You can stay here. You can straighten the left leg. Inhale, push yourself back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Shake it out and just stay. Walk your feet to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward, fold Danasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, Tadasana. Bring the legs wide, get a straddle position. Right hand stays on your hip, pull the lower belly in, left arm lifts. And then lengthen up before you go to the side. The length in the right side body before you just lower here. And I come up, other side, left hand on your hip, right arm up. Reach up tall, go into the side bend without twisting. Usually we try avoid the direct side bend. So check yourself, do you lean forward or back in any direction? Inhale, come up. Bring your feet 45 and sit in your goddess position. Hands behind the head, again interlaced. Try to connect the right elbow to the right knee. Keep the foundation in the feet. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, other side. Twist to the left side. Inhale up. Let's try one more time. And this time when you're down, try to really touch the right elbow to the right knee and then lift the left arm up. Find more length. Inhale, come back to center, other side, left elbow to the left knee. Find that connection and then reach the right arm up. Find back to your midline here. Take the hands on the thigh and then you can really lean into the hands and decompress your spine. You can twist from right to left. The shoulder usually feels really good. And straighten both of your legs, parallel your feet. You can just interlace the elbows behind the back or interlace the fingers, the hands behind the back, and lean in your Prasarita Padottanasana. Let go of the hands, hands underneath the shoulders. Let's move through one more round of Skandasana from right to left. You can keep the hands on the floor or you can just let the head swing or dance, whatever feels good. How low can you go? How fluid are your hips after we worked on them so much? And then find back to your center. Walk the feet in. Find your Mulasana one more time. Hands inside. Connected in front of your heart. Close your eyes for just a moment. Allow the sacrum to sink down. Allow your whole body to rest in this pose. A friend of mine used to teach Mulasana Mondays, and I thought of her today when I was thinking about this flow. Exhale, release. Sit back on your butt, legs forward, arms up. Find the length before you go in your forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Make sure you have a comfortable seat here. Maybe also do some cat-cow movements in this position before you find the pose that you can stay and breathe into. And lift yourself back up. Baddha in your feet. Bring the soles of the feet together. Then take your hands next to the hips and just try to swing forward and backward a little bit. Keep the feet together if you can. Then find yourself as close as you can towards your heels. And you can shift forward and try to hold onto your feet. Open the feet like a book so the knees can come down. Reach forward with your chest. Bring the chin to the chest. Create the length in the back. Inhale, release that tension. Take the hands next to the hips one more time and try to lift your back. And shift your chest a little bit more forward. For just 2 more breaths. And exhale, sit back, take the outside of the feet. And lift yourself into the balance. Open the feet wide. Depends if you want to straighten them or keep them bent. Then bring the right foot in, not touching the floor, and the left. Just move from side to side. Check in with your balance. That is mainly here in the core to stabilize this pose. And keep the legs wide, the chest open. Let go of the feet, but keep them there. You can bring the arms forward if you want. And then as slow as you can, try to lower the legs into your straddle. Bring the right hand to the right ear and just rest on your right thigh. Left arm up. Reach forward. Support yourself in your head. Inhale, reach up, take your left arm behind, maybe to the right thigh. Take your right hand to the left leg, to the outside, in any position that feels good. And go into the torsion. Keep reaching forward with your chest, your right sitting bone wants to stay grounded. Inhale, come up. Left hand to the left ear so you can really lean onto the left side. Right arm up and over your head. Breathe into the right side body. Inhale, reach up. Right hand behind, maybe to the inside of the left hand grabs outside the right foot, so you can really pull yourself straight into this torsion. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lift back up. Guide the legs together in front. And roll all the way back onto your mat. Bring both of the legs up. And maybe bring your legs over your head for Halasana in preparation for your shoulder stand. Stay a moment in Halasana. If that doesn't feel comfortable, just bring the legs up the wall. If you want to go into the shoulder stand, take your hands on your lower back and straighten your legs all the way up. If you know any other variation that feels good in this pose, go ahead and do so. You want to stay here for 10 deep breaths. Whichever variation you are, let go and bring the knees close to the ears for Deaf Man pose. Sometimes it feels really nice to hug the arms around and pull the knees even closer, if that feels okay in your neck. And take the arms alongside of the body so you can roll one vertebra at a time back to your mat. Take the feet out wide in front of you. Place the hands underneath your glutes, elbows walk under. Look towards the feet, arch your upper back for fish pose. Let's exhale out of the mouth 5 times. Inhale here. And push into the elbows, look towards the feet, come all the way back onto your mat. Take a moment to just rest. Take the hands behind the knees, roll forward and backward a couple times, massage your back until you come all the way up to center. Take the right knee parallel to the shin in 90 degrees and the left one as well. So you have two 90 degree angles here. You lift your upper body and walk yourself forward as much as it's comfortable. You can come all the way down onto the forearms as well. When you are in a position that feels comfortable, try to lift the back heel and create that internal rotation in the hip and bringing a little bit more weight onto the right hip. And then just release. You can try that a couple more times if it feels good. It just brings a little bit more stretch into the right outer glute and works on the internal rotation on your left hip. all the way back up. Shift the weight onto the right hip so you can bring the left leg all across the right. Hold with your right hand the left knee and twist over the left Marichasana twist. If you want to go deeper, you can hug with the right elbow crease the knee. And then release. We switch to the other side, left leg in front, 2 times 90 degrees. Make sure the shin is parallel to the front of the mat. And then make your way forward. Do you need wiggles from side to side to find more comfortable? Do you want to lower all the way down onto your forearms? Or is it better to stay upright? When you found your position, try to lift the right heel up, just an inch from the floor. Release and maybe try a couple more times. How does this internal rotation feel on this side? I feel much weaker on this side. Just observe so you can work on the disbalances you find in your body. Inhale, come back up. Shift the weight onto the left hip. Try to pull with your core and cross the leg over. Twist over the right side. Left arm hugs the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, release. Find yourself back to the front, unwind your legs. Come all the way back to laying on your mat. Bring the heels close. Shift your hips up. Release the front side body. Do you want to interlace the hands behind? Or do you just want to stay in an easy variation today? Exhale, release. Hug the knees in. Connect the nose to the knees. Maybe hug the whole shins. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, let yourself go into final Shavasana. Legs out wide, palms facing up. Take another deep breath. And with your exhale, let your whole body rest. Embrace the stillness. Embrace all that you are right now. There's nothing we need to change if we stay in connection with the flow of life. By being present, we invite that magic flow to be part of us. How beautiful could it be to live in a world where nothing lasts forever? How can we learn to let ourselves fall into that impermanence and trust its natural flow? this final resting pose. Create any movements that you need. Deepen your breath. Give yourself a nice morning stretch. Expand in all directions. Feel yourself waking up new. And then roll onto your favorite side. Use your arms as a pillow. Take a moment to be grateful. Invite that gratitude into your heart so it can be part of your day. And then roll back up into a final sitting position. Allow yourself to observe the space you're in one more time. Allow yourself to come back to that space whenever you need a pause, whenever you need to reconnect. Guide your hands together in front of your heart. Invite your intention one more time and take it from the mat into the day. Fill it with aliveness. Guide your hands together in front of your third eye center, your seat of intuition, to your lips for always speaking your truth, and back to your heart. Namaste.